Our first story today, it's definitely an interesting one. I'm going to be talking to you guys about a 4-year-old Egyptian boy who was sentenced to a lifetime in jail after committing 4 murders at the ripe young age of 1. Ahmed Mansour Karni was convicted of 4 counts of murder, 8 counts of attempted murder, vandalizing property, disturbance of peace, and threatening a police officer. Wow, that's quite a lot of mischief for such a young person to get in, especially when you've only been on the planet for 365 days. Well, shockingly enough, this little guy didn't actually commit any of these crimes. This little boy's name was added to the list by mistake, but the courts refused to accept documents to prove his age. This child's birth certificate was presented after state security forces added his name to the list. But then the case was transferred to the military court, and Ahmed was sentenced to an ensuing court hearing. And since he was still sentenced to the court hearing, according to Ahmed's lawyer, this is proving evidence that the judge didn't even read the case. This little boy was part of a list of 115 defendants who were all given life sentences at a military court in Cairo for crimes committed on January 3rd, 2014. Hey guys, I'm Court McGinley. Welcome back, and I have many interesting news stories for you guys, so let's get started. So a bunch of urbanists, future architects, and academics all got together to give us some insight on what the world's going to look like in 2116. And I have to tell you, it's looking pretty crazy. So apparently in the future, when we want to go on vacations, instead of having to get on a plane, we're going to be able to take our homes with us thanks to drones. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And instead of building those mile-high skyscrapers, which is all the rage right now, future city planners are going to be building down instead. And by that, I mean people are going to be living in some sort of underwater apparatus, which could go as low as 25 stories underground. Dubai, in fact, has already started to sell incredible underwater homes. And last but not least, we have 3D printed food. You will be able to download dishes from your favorite chef at will, print it, and eat it in a matter of seconds. Personally, I don't know how I feel about all this. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. So our next story is about Cash Register. Yeah, that's his actual name. And he is being rewarded $16.7 million after serving 34 years in prison because he was wrongfully convicted of shooting a 78-year-old man. Now a free man, he finally gets to see his mother, daughter, and after all of these years, he even gets to meet his granddaughter for the first time. Could you guys even imagine that? This poor man was trapped in jail for 34 years, and he was innocent. He missed the birth of his granddaughter, and he didn't get to see his family for all of those years. Hopefully, with all this money he's being rewarded, he's going to be able to start a new life and have lots of fun memories with his family. Our next story is about Sophia Lorena, and this mother of 3 recently won $200 on a scratcher ticket. And normally this wouldn't be a big deal, but she put this money to really good use. This Massachusetts woman used all of her winnings to help out a homeless man named Glenn Williams, who she met only seconds after winning. She said after she was in her car and realized she won, she then looked up and saw Glenn shivering in -8-degree weather, and he was holding a sign saying anything would help. She set up a GoFundMe page for Glenn, and a charity has already raised more than $1,900 in less than 24 hours. This truly is a heartwarming story, and the world needs more people like this woman. Our next story is about the author of How to Kill a Mockingbird, and she has passed away at the age of 89. Harper Lee passed away in her hometown of Monroeville, Alabama, which is where the world-known novel was set. This woman was intensely private, and the last interview she gave was in 1964, and since then all requests have been politely refused. All of us here are very sad to hear about her passing, but although in this day and age making it to the age of 89 is kind of a really good long life. Next we have a story about selfies, and they are getting ridiculously out of hand. At a beach resort in Argentina, a little endangered baby dolphin died after beachgoers pulled it out of the sea and passed it around for selfies. A huge crowd of people gathered once the dolphin was on land and began taking pictures, and while out of the water the dolphin quickly overheated and passed away. And as if this wasn't bad enough, once the dolphin died, people still continued to pass it around. And once they had enough pictures, they then left it abandoned in the sand. Shortly after the images surfaced, the Argentine Wildlife Foundation issued a warning to the general public about the endangered dolphin, hoping it would prevent future tragedies such as this to happen. People, leave the wild animals alone. Next we have a story about a crazy huge dog, and it stands at 7 feet tall. This dog's name is Kurt, and he reaches a crazy 7 feet tall when standing on his rear legs. His breed is an Anatolian Shepherd. But this huge dog, he is apparently also a huge cuddle monster. But his cuteness, it doesn't come cheap. His owner spends a crazy $150 a month on just bones and raw meat. This guy can go through an entire cow leg bone in a week. Next, nuclear tests could cause North Korea's Mount Payout to erupt. The 9,000-foot Mount Payout lies just 70 miles from the nuclear test facility. Last month there was a scare when a fourth atom bomb test triggered a 1.5 magnitude earthquake. And as if this wasn't scary enough, seismologists fear that one more test could possibly jolt the volcano back to life. It last erupted in 1903. Over the past 10 years, North Korea has conducted 4 nuclear tests and launched 6 long-range missiles, all in violation of Security Council resolutions. Analysts are now warning that Kim Jong-un could place the 5th test at any time with no warning. Finally, for all of you alien and UFO fans out there, there's now a festival that you can attend to get your sci-fi fix. Thousands of people have been traveling to Argentina for an annual international alien festival. And the reason they hold this event in Argentina, well, this town is an apparent hotspot for UFO sightings. The weekend-long festival included a parade of neon lights with Star Wars characters, an alien costume contest, and shops selling little green stuffed aliens with bulging eyes and ET hoodies. They also hold extraterrestrial workshops. And this is held near a local hill that is the site of a reported UFO sighting from 30 years ago. This festival is now on its 4th year, and each year more and more people are attending. Well, that's all the news stories I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! So make sure you guys like, subscribe for more news stories from around the globe. We have more videos right over here, and you guys can follow me on Instagram at Court McGinley. Bye guys!